What's up, guys? This is Josh back here again. Saturday night. Been out fishing all day, man, with my child. Having a really good time. Thought I'd get on here and make a video since I'm not doing no interviews this weekend. Um, but tune in Monday and I'll have Hanging with the Legend Volume 2 with Tracy Smothers. He was in the FBI and ECW. He's wrestled a little bit. He's been in all. He's a WCW, NWA. He had a short stint in WWE, ECW, and he's going to talk to us about that. But the video that I made tonight is we're going to talk about managers, the lost art of managers in pro wrestling. Um, remember if you remember back in the glory days of wrestling, the '80s, even in the '90s, we had all kinds of great managers from the Grand Wizard to Bobby Heenan, Freddie Blassie, Jimmy Hart, Sherry, Jim Cornette. Uh, the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? But it's something that we really don't see too much today. I mean, Paul Heyman, he's still doing it. Uh, Dutch Mantel, Zeb, whatever you want to call him, he does it. He's pretty good. But I honestly, I like what he's doing with the Russian feud or whatever. But he's getting kind of stale in my opinion. I'm a huge fan of his, but he's just getting stale to me. Uh, there's really not any managers in the business in WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, even in the independent scene. Really, from what I see outside of like Father Fear and Billy the P, we really don't have any good managers. I mean, most of them are women that don't even know the art of being a manager. The art of being a manager was they would always put the manager on a guy that really couldn't talk or needed to be carried, and they would always make the wrestler look better. You know what I'm saying? Or like a good heel manager would just make you hate the guy, like Bobby Heenan. Um Bobby Heenan was mixed with comedy and with a heelish kind of twist to it. Um, but yeah, I think there's definitely a lost art of managers being a manager in the business today. It would be cool to see the WWE put some effort into giving us some more managers than what we have. You know, um, hell, I'd even put Michael Cole as a manager. I remember a few years back, he had worked. He did a little bit of work with Jack Swagger, if I'm correct, and I think he did a better job at that than he did fucking announcing. Excuse my language. Um, but those days when we had great managers, if you remember, if you sit back and think about the interviews and the managers getting involved with the matches, that was great stuff. Great stuff. Um, we don't really see it anymore at all. Maybe one here or there. But it's definitely a lost art. Kind of like tag team wrestling, though WWE has did better recently over the last year with their tag teams. Um, I think this is a huge problem, and just my opinion, I feel like it would be cool to see some people put some effort on managers, and it would be good for the business. It would be good for the wrestlers that really can't carry themselves. Like Paul Heyman, for instance, he manages Brock Lesnar and Cesaro. Really, he does a really good job because he can talk for them, and he's a really good heel manager. But I just wanted to make this video, the lost art of managers. You know, the heat that managers could bring for another wrestler and it could make the feud better. Like I always remember Bobby Heenan when he managed Rick Rude, and he would always get in, interfere in the matches with Warrior. That was good stuff. Um, Jimmy Hart, same thing. Um, this sucks, man. I miss those days. Um, and I wish there was a way that the wrestling business could bring managers back, because believe it or not, they might not get a lot of credit, but they certain managers made certain wrestlers. Like Bobby Heenan made a lot of guys. Jimmy Hart too. Um, Nowadays they just most of the play, like even in the, like I said earlier, in the Indies and a lot of other places, they just throw some chick in there that don't even know what to do. You know, there's an art to everything in this business, whether it be announcing, in a manager, tag team wrestling, promoting, everything. There's an art to it, and I just wish that this business would bring back the art of managers. There are some good managers out there. Like I said, Paul Heyman, Zeb Coulter. In the Indies, you have Father Fair and Billy the P. Uh, I don't even know if TNA. I didn't even think of any for TNA offhand. I'm sure they have some. But it's definitely a missed art. Wrestling needs the manager. The manager makes things work, and it sucks, man. It sucks. Just something else in the wrestling business that's pretty much died. And I know people have been making videos about, wrestling today and wrestling of years ago, and the internet has been a big part of it. Uh, but also, the workers aren't as good as they used to be. The storylines aren't as good as they used to be, and just like this video, the lost art of not just managing, but just of pro wrestling. Period, is there's not no magic to it anymore. Everything's been done. The internet pretty much tells you everything that's going to happen. Uh, you know, it just it's kind of weird, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to make this short video on the lost art of managers, and maybe some of you guys can shed some of your light, some of your opinions to this topic. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.